fish curry. So to do that, it's a quick recipe. You have pieces of fish, and I will now marinate that with a little bit of lime squeeze. Lime squeeze just takes the fish smell away, although this is parrot fish and it doesn't have a lot of smell. And for a quick marination, I've got here a paste of fresh turmeric, ginger, garlic, and some chilies. So we'll just throw a little bit of that in there. Just need a little bit, and you can add a little bit of turmeric powder as well. And I've got a little bit of chili powder, because it's going to be a nice spicy curry. So we'll fry it in spices beforehand. This is some homemade garam masala that I'm just going to pour over. And all you need then is just take your spoon and you mix this well. So you coat the masala in the fish. Marinated the fish, and what we're going to do is we're going to cover this and leave it for a few hours. You can fry it straight away, but I want the flavor to mix in well, so we'll come back to this in a few hours time. Alright friends, so earlier in the video we actually marinated the fish. This is parrot fish, and we've just marinated it with ginger, garlic, chilies, lemon juice, a little bit of turmeric powder, garam masala, and we left it out for about 2 hours. And as I said, you can leave it overnight in the fridge, tastes better, or you can just marinate it and fry it off within 15 minutes. We are actually going to do a nice fish curry, a sour one, so tangy kind of with tamarind and tomatoes. So at this stage we are ready to fry this, and we fry it nice and crispy, and then we will show you how to curry it. So our oil is nice and hot, so we're going to drop the pieces of fish, maybe 3 pieces at a time, so that we can give it a bit of space to fry nicely. So we're going to fry this nice and golden and crispy, so that we can curry it. The fish curry, the fish is frying, and while it's frying, we actually here just in my garden to collect some sawtooth coriander. This is a Asian coriander, and it's I think named sawtooth because of the spiky ends, but it's not that sharp. It's got a really good aroma, very close to coriander, but it's really nice and tasty when you actually add it to your curries. So I'm going to add this to the fish curry. Okay friends, now we're actually going to show you our version of the fish curry. So the fish is here fried off, and you can actually click on the link to see the frying version. So now we've got oil is heated up. It's a little bit of mustard oil and a little bit of normal vegetable oil, and I'm just going to add curry leaves, cumin, and some mustard seeds, and as well a few sprigs of cinnamon sticks. Sorry about that. It's just my oil's quite hot, so add that and then let it splatter. And once you know your spices are cooked, then you add 2 chopped onions. And you let it fry until it's translucent for about as long as it takes to fry off, depending on your heat. So I'll let it fry and then we'll come back. So friends, we can actually see that the onions now nearly done, and at this stage what I'm going to do is I'll add in the ginger garlic paste, which is fresh turmeric, sawtooth coriander. I've just made a paste, coarsely crushed it, and ginger garlic and green with red chili. Just add that in. That's about a full tablespoonful. and then mix well. And I'll cook that for about at least a minute or two until it's all mixed and it's brown. So ginger garlic paste has cooked off. So all we're going to do is add some turmeric powder. So about half a teaspoon of chili powder. About 1 tablespoon of curry powder. Actually that's 1.5 tablespoons. And I'm going to add half a can of diced tomatoes, because this actually becomes the basis of the actual gravy. And I'm just going to add 1 cup of water. So that's about a cup of water that's added. So this actually is the basis, or the base actually, of the fish gravy. And what we're going to do, friends, now is we'll let this cook, simmer, and at this stage it depends. If you like to have a runny gravy, you can add a little bit more water and let it cook off, and towards the end, sort of the last stage, I'm actually going to add the fish. Or if you want a thick fish curry, you can actually have that much of water and let it simmer, and once it starts boiling, we'll actually come back to the video. Okay, so we're coming back to the curry. It's actually just started to simmer, so we don't actually let it boil off at this stage. Before that starts, what I'm going to do now is, before it starts to boil, we're now going to add the pieces of the fish. And you've got to be careful with this stage from now on, because after adding the fish, because it's fried, it's still soft, so you got to make sure that you don't stir a lot. And there's a technique that I actually use in stirring, which is, I'll show you in a sec, once I've lowered all my pieces of fish into the gravy, like so. So just make sure that each piece actually finds a bit of space and gets dunked into the gravy itself to absorb all the flavors. So once you've done that, and just ensure when you're doing this, you have a wide pan that you use, because you don't want to pile them on top of each other. And then so you can see. And then the technique that I was saying I actually use is, when you stir, you basically go down and you use the empty spaces, and you just use the empty spaces to move around and swell. So when that happens, the actual gravy or the flavors does get mixed, but you're not fiddling around with the pieces of the fish. So when your food is ready, you actually end up picking up the pieces while they are intact. Because if you kind of stir it, like, you know, if you're doing a normal curry, then you like a chicken curry, then you can't be piling these on top of each other. They're actually going to break. So use the technique. I've been doing so for many years and it's worked for me. So now we'll let it boil and on a medium heat. And at this stage, I'm going to add half of my coriander, and that's just going to suck all the flavors from the curry and give out that coriander flavor. And you basically cover, and now on medium heat, let it simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes. And the last final step, this is optional. If you'd like to, that's fine. What I do is, I actually have tamarind pulp here, and I add, say about, I've already added that, so I'm just showing you 2 spoonfuls of tamarind pulp. It just gives you that sweet, tangy kind of flavor, and just I think works well with the fish and the tomatoes already there, so it's just add a bit of taste. And in my next video, when I actually make a chili pickle, I've prepared the pulp for that. So all I've done is I've just soaked a packet of tamarind bought from Indian grocer and in hot water, and see it's not de-seeded, so the seeds are floating on top. I'm actually going to strain it and use that pulp. So do watch my next video on the chili pickle. And so it looks like our fish curry is ready. I'm going to do the salt test, and bon appetit.